I have my mic muted. If you weren't here on Saturday, this is a rhythm game. So yeah. Shall we get into it? So we'll make 2 sounds in the stream when it slides to the right. It indicates when to grab an item by holding the action button. So when they make 2 sounds when it slides to the left, these will indicate when to release the item into the parachute. Okay. Do better. Okay. 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 Alright. Let's give this one a go. This might take a couple of tries. Oh, late? Come on now. Okay, this is quite hard. Okay. Oops. Awkward, just a moment of waiting here. Oops. Oops. Oh, come on, I was so close. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, we can go again. Try not to miss any. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. So awkward. It's just this moment of Oh, I did it exactly. Oh, thank goodness. Right. That wasn't too bad. Told you we'd have to do it again. Told you we'd have to do it again. But if this guy is not in the mood right now. Okay, we're dreaming about the past. Let's dream about the future. Drink. In this dream, aliens will beam down in different patterns. Repeat back the patterns by shooting lasers in the left, middle, and right lanes. Okay. What about middle lane? What happens then? That answers my question. A little late, but we're hitting the right buttons at approximately the right time. I whacked my keyboard in the middle of that, but okay. Please don't fuck up my score buttons because I whacked my keyboard. Oh, it wouldn't matter because it doesn't have the, I haven't got it in that accessibility mode. Oh God! Okay. Oops. Don't move them! Okay, we did okay. We learned what we were doing in the middle of that. I had a small moment of what on earth, but it's okay. We'll do it again. We'll get better. It's all about progress. I love rhythm games. Do da da. Hell yeah. Who else is looking forward to the mashup? Oops. Da, 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 da. Hell yeah! That's the best one we've done so far. The entire thing, that's the best one we've done so far. Oh, that was good. Mashup time. I don't know if I'm going to go through this in hard mode. That's the thing I don't know. Okay, so it's all the things we just did, and I can't remember the rest of them. And there was the ladder. I'm pressing it. Oh God. Maybe we don't do this over several days next time. Hey, we're getting it. We're not going to pass this though. Oops. We're getting better at that. Oh God, I say as I completely fail. Right, that's not a bad mashup. I gotta pay attention to the beat. Oh, that's the first one I've not got quite right. Oh no! Oh, come on. Okay, we did quite well with that, and that's our best. Is that our best mashup? I don't think it is actually. I don't think it is our best mashup. But we're gonna exit to map. We're gonna do the next night. The moral here is it's okay to have setbacks. We all have setbacks. Cheers. Let's have a look what we got. Oh, wash up on a beach. That's really cool. What's this? This is just a dream. We're just not dreaming about... Is this everything? Oh god, is this everything? Oh no. Gah. God. I'm remembering. Oh god. I wonder which section I'm the worst at. I mean, we almost, assuming this is the end of it, we almost did. Unless this one's longer. This one might be longer. Okay, decent. Okay. And restart because that is a lot of information to remember. Okay. Okay. Oh. Nice. I can't remember how to do the whole baseball section. Oh, close. Missed entirely. Nice. Oh, yes. Okay, we got 2 stars. That was fun though. I enjoyed that. I don't understand the baseball one. We might have to go back and play that one, but we're going to try and do them all on hard as well. This isn't going to be a very long series, 4 videos most, but 4 videos? 4 streams, most. Depends how well I do in the hard mode, I guess. How far we've come. Nice. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. And we're feeling good, apparently. You see how good we're feeling? We've got 3 bags under our eyes, that's 6 less than we had before. There's a cup of coffee over there, some water, some cereal. We're going to get started and having a better day. Cool. Okay, we are going to try the hard mode. I didn't realise that I was so close to the end, but we're going to try the hard mode. I need to do more rhythm games. Is there a speed up to the thingies? No, I really enjoyed that. Dun, 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 dun. But yes. Lots of fun. Let's do hard mode. Small group thing. Small group that made it. Very well done. Very precise controls. Hard mode time, let's go! Excuse me. We'll just start straight from night 1. And then we're going to do the hard mode of all of these as if we can get better. Let's hard mode this, so... Nice. Oh! Oops, got it too early. Ah, close. Nice. Cool. Nice. That was really good. Right, let's exit to map. That was really good. I want to get at least 2 on each of them. I might see if we can do a 3. Okay. This one wasn't too bad last time. Oh, what am I going to do with that one? Okay. Ooh. There we. My poor finger. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay. We're going to start again. We're going to try that one more time. It's going to start afterwards. I haven't had to do complex beats in a long time. Yeah, okay, we did our best on that one. I'm not getting any better than that, at least not without some severe trying, and I don't want particularly severe try on that one. This one's going to be a pain. Oh no, followers was a pain. No offense, guys, but this one wasn't too bad if I remember. Why am I... Wait, hold on, why am I practicing? Hold on. Wait, hold on, did I just go into score mode? Oh, this isn't what I wanted. It's fine. We'll just do this again, and then we'll do the hard mode. Nice. Do you ever forget you're the input for a game? Nice. Okay, we did it right. We did it right. Let's do hard mode. We were ready for hard mode to kick my ass. Oh, we just don't get the thingy. We actually did it all right on that one. We're halfway to 3 stars on that one. Nice. Okay, so that's about where I want to be on Yeah, fuck the shopping. Followers is a weird one. Yeah, it's such a weird one. It's like... having to focus on the music rather than the prompts. This is the first one that took me 3 tries to do on the regular score mode. So that's first of all, let's see if we can practice getting in the score mode, getting 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Lost it. Yeah, see, that's the bit that got me. Okay, let's do hard mode. Because if it's quicker, it's going to be better for me. Concentration. Two, three, four. see how I did much better on that first try? Off we go. And then fucking... Okay. Fucking regular mode. You go suck my asshole. Oh. Unbelievable. Right. I mean, let's just go straight into hard mode on this one, shall we? Such a weird song. Ah! Nice. You're just gonna exit to map, you know? What I actually want to do is I feel like we can do a lot better on this one. Okay. Nice and easy. 3, 4. Oh, come on. Nice. Yes. Hit. 4. 1. Boom. Boom. Oh, come on. That was so close. Look at that. Look how close that is. Oh, that's so close. We're doing it again. No, we're not. Chapters? Night 2. Yeah, okay. We're doing it again. Misses. This is like, oh, okay, never mind. I see what my fingers are telling me. Okay. I want to dream about this one. Because I remember really enjoying the scored mode of this. Okay, we got it. Ah, see? Easy, straight away. 2 circles, 2 rings, straight away, easy peasy. Money was hard, dating was medium. Right, we'll just go from the beginning. Exercise was a weird one. Oh, oops. Okay. That was so confusing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. See? Actually, exit what I want to do, the particular chapter I want to do, and the one I want to focus on doing well, just because it's really satisfying, right? How do I... Is it night 3? There's one where it's dreaming about the past, right? And it's all pictures, and you flick a lighter and you burn them, right? Mind space, nature. Is this the one I think it is? Okay. If this is the one I think it is, this is an absolute mindfuck, and I'm so sorry. Oh my god, okay. I warned you it was a mindfuck. Ah. Anyway, well, that wasn't the one I intended to do. The baseball one I got pretty good at, right? Yeah, straight into hard. Let's fuck up this a bit. Because I can't remember the timings. Two, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? Oh shit, no! Oh fuck! Okay, it's not as bad as I expected. But yeah, so I think I'm actually going to call it a melatonin, but what I'm going to do is go on to... I'm going to do a bit of Gungeon. It's been a while, right? Oh god, into the Gungeon. Actually, into the breach. We'll do that. Hold on, I'm getting there. I gotta change everything. Into the Gungeon. I can't spell into the Gungeon. E. It's been a while since I've actually played this, not gonna lie, so we're ready to all laugh at how hilariously bad I get. D, E. Cool. I don't need to launch it from there. I need to launch it from here. I'm remembering. Okay. Overwolf is launching. Oh, update. Yes, please. Update Alexandria, because otherwise that's going to fuck up my game. Right. We're launching modded. Let's go. Which window do I need to be in? Launching via Steam, so then we enter the Gungeon. This window. Yay! Oh, big stretchies! Big stretchies. Oh, yeah, we're doing it. So like, oh, I haven't launched this game in 86 years. What even is a Gungeon? Oh, mods? Don't know her. I've never heard of a modded game. Sorry, I'll take its time. It usually does, I just think it's really funny. That is empty? Yeah. I can go in the bin. Clear my desk while I'm waiting. Oh, okay, it's doing it. It's doing it, Ma. It's doing it. This audio might be a little quiet, actually. I normally have it on -16. So let's whip it back up to there. We're going to enter the dungeon. Imagine, in this day and age. What do we still need to do? We need to shade things, right? Let's go shade. I'm going to be terrible. Let's go! I can't even remember if we're doing rainbow modes. I know that I need to touch a gun because I remember we were fishing for Riverside's monster, and then I need a co-op person. But oh, we're doing rainbow mode. Okay, cool. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to take this one because I need a gun to kill the boss. Otherwise, it's actually. Do I need to kill the boss this time? I don't have to kill the boss this time, so that's fine. My anus, please no. Got shot in the face, bitch. But yeah, so I had a burnout of Gungeon. I think because I'm at the end pit of vanilla unlocks, and it was literally just fishing. So, you know. I'll do a little bit. Because it's all of the hard ones now, so I've got to do like... Sup, babes? It's just you, I'm pretty sure no one named it. It's you and I don't know who's lurking, but... We were playing a rhythm game to start off with. Let me just... But how you doing? I had a dream about you last night, actually. Here you go. I had a dream about you. I dreamt... Oh, sure. Also, yes. How deeply concerning. Yeah, I dreamt that I was doing kind of like a... It was very, very 80s. You used to do it like a fly east. And as long as you caught flight going east, it was discounted. Anyway... And I went around the world and I ended up in New Zealand. Except I ended up in New Zealand. I remember in the dream we'd had a conversation about you visiting a bar of some kind. I can't remember, and I accidentally ended up in said bar and I sent you a picture and you were like, what the fuck? And so I ended up at your family's place. As like a, hey, I don't actually have a hotel yet kind of situation. And I ended up staying in your room. That was my dream. Begging to say, yeah, you know, as all good where am I? As all good friendships go. But no, this bar that you mentioned, okay, the bar was the deeply concerning bit. Because at the bar, oh well, thank you. If I ever find myself in the southern hemisphere, or on one of the smaller land masses, I'll if I can ever afford to go to get health insurance to go to New Zealand. Can you imagine? Hey, by the way, it's an 18-hour flight and I have a spinal injury. Good luck. I didn't want to. Fucking travel insurance for that, Jesus Christ. Yeah, exiled from every other country on Earth. Well, the way the being gay is going, you know. You can be fired for being trans in the UK now. Because they rewrote the Equality Act of 2004. To only include biological sex and not gender. No, I don't want to be in rainbow mode. So, you know, if I ever got a job for being who I am, I can be fired. America, you know, they want to eradicate transgender people, so that's not my words, those are the words of one of the governors. So there's a handful of states who have got their Protection Acts in order, but you know. What about my single coloured chest? So there's that. And so, you know, we could have some fun with that. And then yeah. I don't know much about the LGBT rights outside of Europe and America. Because currently France is looking quite nice, I say, as a Brit. France is looking lovely for LGBT people. Anyway, that's not why people are here. Gungo pew. Ah! I got shot in the back. But you know, if I ever find myself accidentally in New Zealand, I know where you live. I clicked B instead of just continue. I mean, do you know what? Okay, so every few years, Europe has a "how is it for gays living here" thing, like a survey. I don't know how to explain it, but they rank the countries in order of basically LGBT rights and comfort. UK used to be #1. In the last survey, UK was #1. As in the best place, blah blah blah, sanctuary. And then they did one recently. We're now 18th. What happened? Oh wait, the Tories got in. Remember to vote. But yeah. Hopefully. I mean, I've been going around this country with people I know and staying on their sofa. That's how I do my holidays, you know? I stayed on a friend of mine's sofa in Brighton and Hove. I, Mini Marinky stayed at his mum's place. You know. In consolation, people who did research in America is actually asking for book bannings in America. Into who is asking for book bannings? This is something I've seen, okay? I've seen, obviously, the Floridas Don't Say Gay bill, and then banning drag shows in certain states, and then, actually not just banning drag shows, banning any performance art in which you're not wearing clothing of your assigned gender at birth, and then bathroom bans of like, oh hey, get assaulted in a bathroom, enjoy, which fucking sucks. Like, just let people pee in peace. Who work overtime, writing letters to schools because they're vile. Oh, gross. But it's like, okay, as soon as you start restricting information, that's like high up on the whole fascism list that we we were supposed to learn from the Holocaust, right? Right, that was the whole thing, right? But I'm aware that, you know, it's overwhelming. We aren't trying to get books banned, yeah. Like, in general, this is the thing. Unfortunately, we call them the loud minority. But the loud minority are very much there like, hey, do it our way. So recently, you know Target. You're aware of Target, the American store, right? They had Pride merch, right? For Pride Month. Pride Month's coming up, right? Pride Month is in like 3 days. Okay, I'm going to explain the Target situation for those who aren't aware. Conservatives have basically been harassing the store. I don't know what level of conservative, but, you know, Republicans, the loud ones, have been harassing stores to, in Target's situation, they've had to put the safety of their staff first. That's Target's official statement. But they've removed or restricted the Pride section in a lot of their stores. Because a bunch of people were lying on the internet about kids' clothing, basically, as far as I'm aware. Now, what does that say about the gay workers at Target? What does that say to them? We don't care about you. What does that say to anyone else? It's like, oh, we'd rather listen to the loud people than provide safety for people like you. So, you know. So if you're going to get Pride merch, I would wholly recommend researching your companies. If you're going to get them from a big corporation, make sure they are unapologetically LGBT. God, who did it recently? There was someone in response, in response to Target restricting their stuff. I can't remember who it was. Another American store went, fuck you, and went more gay. And I'm aware, like, if you are a person who is unable to afford, like, stuff from small LGBT companies, like, obviously being able to support people in your own way, being able, like, I don't like rainbow capitalism either, but being able to get a t-shirt that says, by the way, I'm gay, is quite nice, you know? It's a lot easier to do that, and it's a lot easier to, you know, rainbow capitalism, your nice little... Hold on, I'm actually having to concentrate here. Give me a sec, hold on. Easier to buy a £10 t-shirt from a big corporation that goes, by the way, I'm a safe space for people who are gay, than it is to go to an LGBT handmade company. No bow or no bow? Like, obviously if you can't afford handmade products, that's a thing. Like, obviously if you can't afford a small company's prices, that's okay. Like, feeling guilty about not being able to, you know, can I afford that? I can, nice. Homemade Pride merch is super easy. If you have a printer. Also, if you have a printer, most people have printers, right? As far as I'm aware. If you have a printer, color printer, you can get print out a pride flag, t-shirt transfer paper, iron it on. I would wholly recommend making your own merch. Like, fantastic. Badge makers aren't that expensive if you want to, for example. If you can afford a badge maker, a decent one's like 60 quid, granted. That's, you know. My Etsy shop is international shipping with Pride merch. Exclamation mark Etsy. You hate self-promo. Exclamation mark Etsy for my Etsy shop. But, like, you can do your own. Like, if you have some scraps of fabric and you can hand sew, there's another one. tie-dye, yeah, you can get a tie-dye kit for like a tenner. Oh shit. Well. There are a bunch of websites, especially around Pride Month, that do pride flags, like this kind of thing. Pride flags. That do, it's like shipping only, so it's like a $5 for a pride flag. Which, their whole shtick is pride flags. Well, their whole shtick is flags. It's mostly pride flags. You know? So, there are ways, I will say there are ways to avoid big corporations. But also, every year Converse does, this is not sponsored, Converse does customizable Pride shoes. And they're expensive, don't get me wrong, they're expensive. I got a pair this year. I'm not doing well, by the way, I'm distracted. I got a pair this year because every year I've looked at them and gone, oh, I want a pair. And Converse, since the 80s, has been pretty unapologetically gay. Especially underground, like a lot of lesbians wore Converse as communication. And they've kind of leaned into that as like a styling, and they've made, you know, their stuff this year is very good. But obviously, do research into the company that you are buying from. And also, don't just get Pride merch because you're getting Pride merch, right? Don't be there like, oh, this year I want to get a t-shirt I'm never going to wear, right? Make sure it's something you're going to use. Ooh, I dodged. So we'll go on the Converse situation. I don't have a pair of summer shoes. All of my shoes are Doc Martens. All of my shoes are heavy leather. Do you know how fucking sweaty it gets when it's like 30 degrees outside? Sacrifice on my pride match is libation to Apollo. I know. See, I do. Not merch in the same way of, you know, like I go to Pride, I do the whole, Apollo will go, I do the whole go to Pride, I go do the whole taking rainbow pencils from corporations, because in this city especially, if a corporation is willing to show up to Pride, it's really funny when the police do it, but if a corporation is really willing to show up to Pride, and put money into doing that, then 90% of the time it's a publicity stunt. But if you are looking for employment, you know that you're safer there, especially now. You know that you're safer there than a corporation that doesn't show up, or at least then they're outwardly being there like, yeah, we accept gay people, and then you can call them out on their own policies, rather than a company that doesn't show up at all. One thing I do like about our Pride, there's a big field, and every year it's this big fucking field, and you can reserve a booth, and usually they have Pride t-shirts, which is like, the year I got it, 2019, just before COVID, there was a circle of people all holding hands, and it was every flag so each person had its own circle of flag, and it was every flag, and it said love wins, which is a very big, obviously, slogan. You know, love is love, love wins, you know, that kind of thing. And it had the stuff, it was to fund Pride next year. That's its job. That's the purpose of Pride merch at this Pride. So when it's there like, oh, well, you donate a little bit so that we can actually do this again next year, so we can afford to rent the field, so we can, you know, people can have a place where there is a public drag show, you know, that is available, so we can afford to have carnival games, and people can have a field where they be themselves. so that we can afford to do the march, we can afford to cordon off the streets, etc., etc. Because we do. They cordon off the streets, and we march through the streets. And last year we marched under this massive pride flag that was like, it was so long. It was, God, it was like 40, 50 feet long. Why do you own a Welsh flag for the dragon? It was 40, 50 feet long, and it took like 100 people to hold up this sodding flag, and there was confetti being thrown from like pubs along the walk, and obviously people are handing out, and of course people are handing out like, oh, be saved by Jesus, you know, that shit, and people take pictures and for the press of like biggest pride ever. And I march to remember. That's why I march. That's why I personally, I march to remember how far we've come. Like, yeah, we're slipping backwards. Don't get me wrong, we're slipping backwards. But there was a time where it was illegal for me to even exist. And in a lot of countries, there are a lot of our gay siblings in our family, like, you know, a big world gay family who can't be open. Honestly, I don't think we have a satanic denomination in our area. Damn, you should start it. I'm not religious. I don't like organised religion. On an individual level, whatever gives you faith to continue in this hellscape, fine. But organised religion, not for me, thank you. Organised religion in any form. It is a religion. I mean, Satanism itself is a religion. There is a satanic Bible. Not Satanism. Oh, okay. Then I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Is it not? Okay, what is it then? But either way, we don't have a Satanism denomination in our area, as far as I'm concerned. But it's weird that the only religion that shows up to Pride is Christianity. You don't get, or at least I haven't seen, Islamic people be there, like, be saved by Allah, revert to Islam. We have Hindus going, hey, convert to us. There's no be saved in other religions yelling at us. This promotes separation of church and state and other. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I don't know if we don't have a separation of church and state because of the Church of England. Or maybe we do. We have religious freedom, so maybe we do have separation. I don't really know. There you go. That's my ignorance. That's my ignorance. I don't know what our separation is, because we don't. We have, for example, our national holidays are religious holidays. So the only 2 days a year where, oh fuck you, no, everything's closed is Easter Sunday and Christmas Day, because we are a Church of England country. That's the official religion. Not that as many people as they'd like practice the religion. Like, technically, you want a technicality here. Technically, I'm Baptist because I'm baptized. But I was a baby and I didn't consent to that, which pisses me off. By asking for their own exemptions. Okay. I see. More damage. I'll take a napalm strike. That makes sense. I just wish people, the things there is a lot of, I believe the term is, and I may be wrong, is it Christian hegemony? Where people believe that Christianity is everyone is Christian. Is that the term? I may be wrong in what the actual term is. I don't want to go. But there is a term that everyone believes that everyone is Christian. Or at least Christians believe in there is a thing, unfortunately, where because I come from this country, and a lot of this country's I don't know how to phrase this. Like the holidays, the religious paraphernalia, etc., is Christian. Therefore, I have to be consciously aware that and check whether or not I'm assuming someone's religion. Because not everyone's Christian. I'm not Christian. I don't think we've ever really talked about my religion, but I don't believe in God. I don't believe in anything like, some magical guy in the clouds is fuck. I don't know if there is a greater being, great. It doesn't really affect me. I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna try and be kind to people. Because if I put kindness out into the world... Oh, here's an example of pride stuff, right? This is a jar of all of the... Oh, excuse me, 1 year. All of the wristbands I got from Pride. Reports to be released. But yes, there should be a separation of church and state in every location. Unfortunately, it's just not the case, and I am personally, I'm too tired to be in active protest. I'm already putting my voice out there as like a LGBT safe space and what have you. It's like a place you can be yourself, and like if you're not out to people, I'll make sure that I use whatever pronouns that you tell me, or I'll refer to you however you want me to refer to you, rather than anything else, because everyone deserves respect, and everyone deserves human rights, and everyone deserves kindness. Even the assholes deserve kindness, because it pisses them off more. That's my favourite part about being kind to assholes, is they get more angry. Because they didn't get a reaction out of you. And it's so great. I think here it bleeds into the government a little bit, but I'm also... I don't do enough research into it because it's depressing, and I only have so many spoons in a day, Okay, we got a green chest. Are you a mimic? Oh! Never name, there's new emotes, by the way. If you want to check them out. I forgot my buttons. That one. Here's a question. The mirror, an actual Gungeon question, I know, shocking. The mirror ones, can they be mimics? I mean, it makes sense. Oh, God. It makes sense because that's the native people. Shit. Yes, they can. Okay. But yeah, new emotes. If you want to check them out. I changed up all my follower ones. You just find it fun. It's a ramble away. Gives me something to talk about as well. Yeah, something I like about you is that you will talk about things you find interesting, and unless they're particularly problematic, like... Unless they're particularly problematic, I'm not gonna be there like, oh yeah, stop. You know? But it's you, and I don't think many things that you get hyper-focused on are particularly problematic. That in its state of schools were gifted posters that saying goes to the school has to hang them up in view. Oh, gross! Just don't indoctrinate kids into religion. Let them decide when they're an adult. It's not... What the fuck is this? Oh, it's this one. Okay. It's not that hard. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about some of the way I was raised. As a thing. So I started printing out posters and distributing in schools that the posters said, "Can we trust me?" in Arabic. Nice. So they had to hang them up, I assume. But I come from a household where my household is problematic. We've talked about that before, but we're going to particularly focus on the religion aspect. So my father is agnostic, and my mother is one of those Christians who never goes to church but claims that she's Christian. And as soon as she ends up in a party or in a wedding or in a funeral that is in a church, all of a sudden she's the best Christian to ever live. We call that hypocrisy where I'm from, but according to my mother it's called being Christian. And so here's an example. I've probably told the story before, but we were at my... We'll call her my godmother because my actual godmother's like whatever. But we'll call her my godmother. Now she is the other executioner. No, what's the thingy of the will? When if someone's will, it's not the executioner of the will, is it? Anyway, there's two of us on my mum's will, and it's me and Alison. So yeah, executor. Thank you. So me and her are executor of the will, right? So she's basically my godmother. But my mother, we had her wedding. Like she is Christian. She's one of the goes to church and has found a lot of comfort in her faith and what have you. That's my godmother, and that she's a perfectly pleasant person. But my mother, at this wedding, right? I'm not going to sing a hymn. I'm not going to say the Lord's Prayer. I'm not going to do anything like that because I don't want to. But so Dad and I were kind of we'll stand up and sit down as appropriate for the hymn, but we just kind of stood there and didn't sing. We had the book open on the right page and we just didn't sing because we don't believe it, and there's no point if a crowd of people is singing something that is meant to rouse a god. There's no point someone who doesn't believe it singing it, is it? It's going to have less power. Right? From a faith point of view, you're not going to make someone sing something they don't believe in. So my dad and I, we just stood there respectfully, like, we're not going to make a big scene. And then my mother starts making a big scene about how we should sing because it's the polite thing to do. And my dad and I are like, no, fuck that. I see, that's a different motivation. I knew Alison wasn't going to care because it's her wedding. Yeah, nobody should have any obligation to sing. Like, she's not going to care because it's her wedding. The husband's not going to care. It's his wedding. The only person in that room who cared or even noticed was my mother. And then my mother starts making a big deal about how, like, loud stage whispering, how we should be singing, and blah, 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 and how it's disrespectful, etc., etc. Now, that causes 3-4 people to turn around and stare at her. Because they all know that she's already in the wrong. Like, step 1, she's wrong. But step 2, she's disrupting a wedding for this. And Dad and I, they're like, no, we're just gonna do our thing. We didn't say the Lord's Prayer, to which several nudges got given to us. I don't even know the Lord's Prayer. And my mother's there like, what do you mean you don't know the Lord's Prayer? And they're like, you've never taught it to me. You've just kind of assumed I knew. B, we've never been to church. Like, come on now. We've never been to church. How am I supposed to know? Anyway. So, I don't know that. And she's made this big stink about how disrespectful we are. And so we asked the bride, like, hey, do you think we're being disrespectful during your ceremony? But she was there like, no. Like, what? I don't notice anything. She's like, too busy making gooey eyes. And like, yeah, she's religious, so she had it in a church. And it was a real pain, apparently, to find a priest who would officiate the wedding with her, because she got divorced, right? And whatever denomination she is, I can't remember. Doesn't like, it's not against the religion, but it's like, you made a vow in front of God, and now you've broken it, blah, blah, blah. So it was a real pain to find a priest that would officiate the wedding. But she managed it, and what have you. And like, she's perfectly lovely in the... I personally think her religion, so my godmother's religion, is based on her very toxic mother raising her that way. Oh shit. Because she goes to church once in a while, like she'll go on the big holidays, and that's it. Now, my childhood friend got married in a church. I couldn't go because of my disability. And, you know, apparently they made a lovely effort. They made sure that my dad, who has an allergy, could eat. Everything was gluten-free because the bride was gluten-free. But they had it in a church, and it's like, why are you dropping in to say my eyes hurt a lot? Well, rest them. No. He didn't just come in to complain. No, I believe it's just a complaint. But I know that my godmother's religion gave her a lot of reassurance raising a disabled son, right? So the son is severely autistic in that they didn't think he could live independently. Then go rest. Alright, go rest. Bye, boy. They didn't think he could live independently. They didn't think he could drive, etc., etc. So he's proven them all wrong. Like, he's learned how to drive. He's had he's been living independently for a while now, and it's been a journey. And obviously, my godmother has had to have something permanent to rely on. And if that's religion, that's religion. Like, it's helped her, good. But it's just, don't force people. Like, just because it's you know, just because it's law, it doesn't mean it's moral. Just because it's religious, it doesn't mean it's moral. Just be kind to each other, and then whatever you believe, enjoy that for yourself. But just be kind. People are people. We're all going through shit. And we can all learn something from each other. But anyway, there's my rant for the day. Do I need another key? What do I want? I don't think I'm going to want any of that. I'll have another blank. But yes, today I got an order for 2 bracelets actually. I've made those, I've just got to book the postage because it's a bank holiday today, so we don't post. Or at least no standard post. Because it's the May bank holiday. But yeah. Hey Peggy, thank you for the second. Nerd. You right? You know, I've been feeling so asocial. It's that socialization is hard for me if I'm not speaking into the thing, and so I'm just like, I'm in the middle of making a couple of cardigans and what have you. I don't know. My brain is not with stuff at the moment. I'm still kind of waiting for my, like, I've discussed with a couple of people my news, and I'm not obviously talking about it on stream, but those who know and keep it to yourself, I'm still struggling to believe that's real, you know? Bullets. Fuck yeah. I'm mood. Thanks, Peggy. But no, I feel very like isolated. Not isolated in a way, like I want to be isolated. Not isolated. Socializing online is very hard for me. And I want to do so, but typing out stuff is so hard. What the fuck is this? It's a t-shirt cannon, I know. Shit. No. But I'm doing quite well. And we had a roast. So we did a roast for my birthday, and we got some nice meat from the butchers as like a thing. And we still have a lot of the meat from the butchers. It was a bigger joint than we expected. Like, Normally, when you buy meat from a supermarket, I don't know if you cook yourselves, but when you buy meat from a supermarket, it tends to shrink a lot, right? Because they inject it with water to be bigger, and then you cook it and it shrinks, right? Whereas they do less of that at the butcher. Oh, weird. The butcher was lovely because... So, there's an Asian market near us, and that's our closest butcher, right? And of course you get two very white people walking into a predominantly Asian area. And of course they have unusual meats. They have beef, and obviously all of it was halal, but that doesn't bother me. I can eat halal food. So, if it's more accessible to more people, that's fantastic, right? And so we walked in, there was a mutton leg, which of course I've never seen. There's not, without the skin on a lot of animals, I'm sorry for this topic, I can't recognise what meats there are, right? And so we got a nice bit of beef, and I got a mutton leg, and it was very nice. Then I made soup made a stock with the bones, and made a nice soup out of it, and that, fuck me, and that was lovely too. But it was very clear that we had no idea how to order something from a butcher. And I sort of said to this guy, like, look, we've never been to a butcher before. Like, I've been to a butcher, but not in a supermarket. Not like in a supermarket is the wrong word. Not in a long time, and not there. And I was there like, look, I have no idea what I'm doing. How do we order? A, is that beef? Step one. Yes, it's beef. Great. We get like 2 kilos of that. Great. And I got mutton leg, which was like £3. And then overall it was like £20, which isn't bad for a nice joint of meat. And like a Triumphs. And it was nice. So I'd 100% buy them again for £3. £3 a leg, several soups. Fuck yeah, let's go. But I asked him, like, yeah, how do I cook it? And he said, like, well, different people make different things. People make Raan, R-A-A-N, which is a type of mutton curry, I think. That's why I googled it. And then they eat the marrow, and it's all part of everything and what have you. So I marinated it. I marinated it in a curry, paprika, cumin, garlic, you know. Oh, a little bit of garam masala. Marinated it for 24 hours. Shoved it in the oven, cooked it. It was very nice. And then boiled the bone, because there's a big whacking bone in it. Boiled the bone with a bunch of vegetable leftovers and made an egg drop soup with it. And it was lovely. It was genuinely very good. But it's just, Destro gets pretty awkward in unknown situations. And I have found my life hack to everyone is if you go to the person like, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. In a professional capacity, they're at least there like, oh, that's why you're acting really weird. Okay, that makes sense. And they'll go, oh, okay, here's how you do it. It puts them in their customer service role, and it puts me in the listening role, right? That way, A, you're interacting with a staff member in a place where you look really shifty because you're very uncertain about what you're doing. And that puts everyone at a little bit of ease, and that's my little life hack. If you have a bit of anxiety in an area, find a member of staff and go, look, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm looking for XYZ, or I'm looking for how to do this, and I don't know how to do it. Because they'll be there, they'll be more than happy to be there like, oh shit, yeah, okay. Rather than awkwardly watching you at the end of aisles or whatever, because you look a little weird, you look a little shifty, you look a little confused about where things are. Like, that's my little bit of advice. But yeah, I talked to him, and he was like, yeah, we make this, we curry it, and then we do this with we eat the marrow, etc. And I was there like, oh cool, I'll try one then. And he seemed genuinely happy that someone was trying it. It's a nice little tip. Thank you, thank you. Have you seen the new emotes, everyone? New emotes. I'll try and yell them a bit. But yeah, because if you're walking into a supermarket and you look like an awkward little shit, from a customer service perspective, I will tell you. Because you're looking shifty. Yay! Crew, hello! I look forward to seeing you soon. We got a nice lot of follower emotes, which are the same and similar colours to the people emotes, the person emotes, the me. And then if you are subscribed, you get all the follower ones and you can move the follower ones around. We have a new... I tried to put... The mimic one I've ended up doing is like a tier 2 kind of emote, but there's an animated mimic that just kind of leaves. That I've put as an animated one so that you guys can still enjoy it. And you don't have to pay anymore to use an emote. But yes, we've got a new mimic emote, we've got new tea emotes already. Finally filled out my follower emotes. You have been lurking. Lurking with a gherkin. Very happy with the emotes. Stacy does some really cute stuff. Imagine lurking. Couldn't be perky all the time. My nose is so itchy. Oh my god, why? No, why are you so itchy? But also, you finished the diamond painting. Fantastic. Oh, I'll get a blomp. More damage, a key. All the things. Do you know what? I haven't looked for secret rooms in a little bit. The thing I've got to the second floor once. I'm coming back in from a long break, guys. I have a diamond painting I need to finish. It's a really basic one, but I do need to finish it. But I'm 3/4 of the way through a cardigan and I need to go get some more yarn. How was my birth? It was alright. I had a roast, that's the word, there we go. I had a roast dinner. That was absolutely lovely. We've still got a lot of the meat left over. 3 people's worth of meat, my asshole. That's one. No. No. That's not what I mean. Perky, no. Stop typing it. But it's like, we've already had a couple of meals of it. Already. There's still meat left over. Do I have an extra key? I do. I can open this chest then. Yeah, overall, good birth. We'll have a proper celebrate probably in June. The meat is never ending. Basically. Shit. But generally, yeah, I've had a good time. I treated myself to some stuff for my birthday. I've got a couple more mushroom figures from this artist coming. I had a nice time away. I'm indecisive. So I have a person who I get my yarn from, right? They're a small they're called Yarn Slide. They're a small shop. I posted them in the Discord. And they do absolutely lovely yarn. And their chunky stuff is alpaca, and it's so soft. And the sock weight, which is what I use, is absolutely lovely. And I'm making a cardigan out of it. So I've ordered like 3 more skeins, and then I realised I want to make a hat. Like I want to make a toadstool hat. That's the plan. And, or like a mushroom themed hat, you know. And I sent her a message, right? Hey, you don't. It's not in your shop, but on the off chance that you do have some, some red dye. Do you do red skeins? And she was like, yes, I have a couple. And she sent me some samples. The pictures of samples. Because I was like, do you have a red like this? And I sent some embroidery thread as a picture. And she went, yeah, kind of like these. And she dyed some stuff for me just to be there, like, this is what it would look like on white. And I went, yes, please, can I have the 3rd one? And I'd like 6 skeins of it. Look, send me the listing when you put it up. I'll buy it. Because I want enough to do a big hat. And it's just like, I've bought enough yarn from this person. I keep sending stuff without finishing other stuff. I'm having the problem, I'm having that. That is a very big problem that I have, but also, what the hell is this? Hold on. Oh, it's that one, okay. I've started making sure I finish at least some of it, and I'm trying to use up some of the yarn I've started. So my current projects include... Shit. My current projects include, I'm making a blanket for the sofa so we can use the fluffy blanket as I'm making a throw. I'm making a quilt through the sewing machine so I can learn how to sew it properly. And I'm making 2 cardigans. I've run out of yarn on one of the cardigans. It was one of the big balls I used to have here. And it's not quite big enough for the cardigan I want to do. And so I've got 3/4 of the way through it and I'm out of yarn. So I'm having to go plan a trip to go get some more yarn. But I'm also in the middle of making parts for a mushroom series. So that's a thing. I'm also trying my very bestest. Shroom Friends, yeah. So I can release them as a big series of them because I have a lot of the yarn rather than like doing one-offs. They're all going to be unique because of how the yarn is dyed, and how being handmade works, but at least they'll all be part of like the same family. So I'm excited for that. But currently I've been using a new hook, so I got a bone hook, an antique bone hook. And it's really nice to use. Whoa. It's really nice to use, and it's just the right size, because it's double-ended, it's just the right size for a lot of the yarn. So yeah, bone hook. Oh, bone hook door hand. What? No, it's a genuine. It's a hook made of bone. Like that's what it is. And it's nice to use and what have you. And I've got a few nibs. So I do calligraphy. I showed Pergy. I don't think I posted it publicly. But I showed Pergy. I did some calligraphy in Gothic. Oh, I dodged. And I'm going to try and make I'm going to try and physically make text for it. Actually, I can just show it on stream. Like, this is the practice. Right? That's the practice. And I'm hoping to do a better job, first of all, clean a job, and scan it in, and then black and white card. Heckin', where did you get a bone hook? Antique shop. They had a whole crochet section. It was really... They had some lace hooks as well, but they were like metal ones, modern metal ones. Yeah. It's like the skull here, this light up one I got from the same antique shop. It's just... There's something actually I want to show off. I went to a glass blowing place. I've also back here, I've got an antique Coca-Cola sign. You can kind of see the corner of it. But I don't want to have the Coca-Cola on stream in case someone thinks I'm sponsored, because I'm not. But this is very heavy. But this is a hand-blown glass mushroom. So yeah. I got a couple of mushroom friends up here and a tiara, and I've got like I collect these as well. Like these little glass figurines. So I have like... This one's from the honeymoon, for example, and I got this one because it reminds me of a witch's hat. You know, that kind of thing. Let's put that back up before I crush it. Hold on, actually. This will be easier. But yeah, so I collect those, and I've got like a Schwarzsky crystal set of sheep hidden in the back somewhere. But yeah, that's the... Oh, I know there's like a little froggy I've got as well to go with the leggy froggy you can see here. So yeah, you're not interested in that. That's my display is so busy. And then obviously we've got the Mimikyu and the Ditto and the signed hat, which, you know, I'm alternating hats a bit more. Mainly because I have these hats that I don't use. I don't like wearing baseball caps outside, right? Because they just don't go with what I'm wearing. I'll be wearing like a nice dress and then baseball cap. Or I'll be wearing... I have a punk one that I can wear outside, but that only really works if I'm wearing punk things. I forgot to open a window this morning. I'm suddenly remembering. I'm sure the bathroom's window's open. Yeah, I'm happy. I've got some blocking mats on the way as well. So that I can start, like with my amigurumi, it doesn't really make a difference because it's all stuffed, right? But with clothing, what I can do is wet them, block them, and actually make them all the same size for sewing together. Let's see. But I just can't believe we've got aircon now. We've been planning for like 2 years to get aircon. So, crew, when you're here, air conditioning. Assuming the neighbours aren't dicks. Because that's the thing about the neighbours, right? Less sweaty crew, exactly. The thing about the neighbours, they smoke weed, and we have to have a intake pipe out the window. Or out. Either way, we have to... There's a bit that goes out the window. Suck in air, cools it down, blows it out, right? So, when it sucks in weed air, it doesn't help, does it? I'll be over here with my allergy. I hate it. And we've asked them to not... Like, how hard is it to smoke 10 feet away? I literally around the side of the building. Like, it's not that hard. Or just check if our window's open in the summer. It's just like... Just be kind to people. Anyway, there's that ran over. All they have to do is leave through the other door. That's how easy it is. Even if they don't want to leave through the other door, all they have to do is move. So within, they could just sit on the wall out the front. You know, the little wall. They can sit on that. And there's like a wall that's maybe 2 meters away. Right? It's like the distance from me to the sofa on the other side of the screen, okay? And they just can't be bothered to do that. They sit in the doorway with the fire door open, so it all blows into the corridor. And they leave the fire door open so that all the smell comes up to upstairs to us as well, through the front door. And it's like, don't be a dick. Just use your 2 brain cells, rub them together, a bit of electricity. And don't smoke what is still an illegal drug here outside our window. You guys have 2 brain cells? I don't know what gusty is. Yes. Are you telling me you don't? Share one of mine with a friend. We were at a, we're doing, so Minnie and I are doing a role play with some of his friends, right? And it's the first time that I'd met some of these friends. But I was, we were discussing characters, and one of them is a big charismatic man with a big booming voice, right? And I, for the life of me, couldn't remember the name of the person I wanted to refer to. And I was there like, oh, so kind of like that, you know, bearded guy with the big voice. And Minnie goes, oh yeah, Brian Blessed. Now, if you haven't heard Brian Blessed's voice, go Google him. He's amazing. But, it was just this moment of me saying like 3 words and Minnie going, I know exactly what you're talking about. And one of the married couple whose house we were at, the wife looked at us and went, nice. That's impressive. Which made me smile a lot. Because Destro and I have telepathy down a lot of the time. I'm stuck. Jesus, I was stuck. I have telepathy down a lot of the time. We know what each other's talking about. Some of the time we don't, and that's okay. But it's just funny that, you know, how we've got to this. If my brain's not 100% here. I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. I'm having a massive flare, by the way. So some of you are there, like, there's an awful lot of nonsense going on. A, welcome. And B, I'm in a lot of pain. So I get distracted very easily. We're going to have the fun time that it's half term this week, and weird neighbours also have kids. They're not nice to their kids. To put it this way, they're not gentle parents. They swear at their... It's horrible. They swear at their kids. They call them... They insult them, call them names, etc., etc. I've had a couple of words with the kids. They'll say thank you and excuse me, and will open a door for me. I love that the whole show yesterday. Didn't like hearing it. Yeah, like, if you have kids that are understanding what you're saying, it's up to you to be the adult, you know? Don't be a knob. They are learning to be people, and what you are doing is making them not want to be people. But yes, right now my brain's not with it, so we're gonna call it there. I wonder if this is updated. Hey, there you go. So there's an archive. If you ever miss a stream, I'll be posting all of those up there, including my birthday one. With Pride Month coming up, if you want to support a small handmade business, handmade by me, reasonable prices, check out my Etsy page, and check out this asshole, I guess. Like, check out this bitch, because they're okay. They're okay, I guess. Anyway, let's go and say hi to Azure. Because they're lovely, they're a sweetheart, they are Australian, have a lovely voice, and they're playing Vermintide. So let's go say hi. Now, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Oh, look at all those mushrooms! I love them so much. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Now, you're going to look after yourself, right? You're going to eat, you're going to drink, because you deserve to, especially in the hot weather. Sorry if you're not having hot weather, but it's hot here. Make sure you rest if you need to rest, because I'm finishing early so I can have some rest. And please double check when your meds are due. I have taken mine this morning. Set an alarm for when yours are due. Alright, let's go say hi to Az. Give him lots of love. Mwah. Bye, boy.